The plastic that you can stick in boiling water is called Sintra with an S, and it's only flexible like this way or like that way. But it's like paper. It folds like paper. Wonderflex you can get off of cosworks.com, cosplays.com, place where you buy crap. But make sure that you finish that because it's got a nasty like leftover feel on it. The other type of plastic, like the corrugated plastic that you can, it's really lightweight, you can get for free. Go to Sign Shop and just tell them things like, I'm here with school and give me free plastic, and they will. It's large sheets of it.
And that's with the Sintra as well?
Yes, they can also give you Sintra. When you go there to the Sign Shop, you can tell them the exact type of plastic you want. Excuse me, I need a bunch of Sintra. Do you have any? They'll give you giant sheets of it. Or you can say, do you have any corrugated plastic, which is the kind that's like hollow, but has like lots of little line plastics that on the inside, like cardboard. It looks like cardboard, but it's made of plastic. And they also have, they sometimes have Wonderflex, but they don't call it Wonderflex. They call it thermal plastic. You can also ask for like ABS plastics, PVC plastics, different type of plastics, and now that you have me recorded, you can look these up online. Each one is slightly different. Some are harder, some are softer, some boil, some are toxic, some can be like heat formed with the heat gun really easy, some have to be boiled. It's different stuff. So.
What kind of paint can we use? I mean,
paint? Any type of paint. Any type
textile only, or spray paint, or is there a particular method to doing it?
You can use spray paint.
I don't deal with metal.
Okay. You can use spray paint. Spray paint works wonderful on plastics because it's plastic and it's like acrylic and it's enamel, and they're both all plastics anyway, so it works great. Painted on acrylic works great. Any type of paint you can imagine goes wonderful with plastic, but the smoother the plastic, the easier it is for the paint to come right off. So you're going to have to get like sandpaper, like 320 grit. You know, like those little cubes, those little...
Yeah, I want to ask you, how high grit do they go? Do they go to 1,000?
I have no idea. I've seen some that are 800.
That'd be good for steel.
Yes.
I actually had to make one.
And what you do is you just rub it lightly with the plastic one that it gives it teeth, kind of like with metal, and it holds the paint so much better. If you're just noticing that it's just not wanting to hold the paint, because sometimes like the spray paint will like chip off, what you do is use a primer first, and then you put the paint on. Or, this is one of the tricks that I did, is you get like wood glue, and you mix it with either enamel paint, latex paint, different types of paints. You mix it with glue, and you create your own primer, and you can paint that on, or airbrush it on. Well, you screw up your airbrush, but you can paint it on, and that will literally like glue itself to the actual plastic, and then you can paint over it with any type of paint in the world, no matter how much it chips off, and it will not come off for the life.
That's with wood glue and acrylic.
I like wood glue because it's strong, it's flexible. It dries mostly clear. I mean, it's like that yellowish color, but when in one layer it's clear. Don't use Elmer's because it'll like just wash off with water.
Yeah.
Exactly. Things will eat it because it's non-toxic. Also, the wood glue is mold-free. I mean, it keeps mold from growing on it, so that's what I use.
Oh yeah. What kind of sealant do you use? Because I've been taking an art class, and we use a class of sealant. Sometimes it ends up with all kinds of weird effects. But what sealant do you use to seal it to make it waterproof permanently?
Okay. There are different types depending on what you do. If you have a lot of time, like I have 2 weeks, use spray sealant like lacquer or polyurethane type sprays. I like polyacrylic.
A flat finish, a matte finish, or like a semi-gloss or a full gloss?
Those are for effect. These are sealants that will actually protect it.
So what kind of brand do you recommend? From what company?
Krylon, what's that one? Minwax makes...
Okay, Midwax? So Midwax lacquer and Krylon paint?
Yeah, it'll actually say like lacquer. Now, the difference between lacquer and the polyacrylic or polyurethane sprays, because I've tested the hell out of both of them and tried to see the difference, they're so different. As far as I can find. I've done scratches on them. I've done to see which one dries quicker. Lacquer takes a little bit longer to dry. They're relatively the same shininess. I mean, there's really no difference at all. It's just whatever.
There you go.
Oh, good phone.